Grand risings, my darlings. How are we all doing? I hope that we're all doing absolutely swell. Let me just change this Binkin bio. I'm going to put the 3 yes or no's in for today. I am. I think that's how you spell questions. Thank you. That is how you spell questions. Sorry, I am absolutely awful with my spelling. As I am dyslexic, there we are. Oh, I just need to move that. Give me 1 second, guys. Smaller that slightly. There you go. Give me 1 sec, y'all. There you go. Give me 1 second, my dear. I will answer. Just changing over to my other TikTok. So I have more than one. Hello, Linda. Is Jeffrey your twin flame? There's no such thing as twin flames. No such thing as twin flames. Twin flames are more your balance, who they are, the one that balances your energy. But there's no such thing as a twin flame, as in, oh my god, I love them, they love me. Okay, how much are readings again? Let me tell you, my darling. But it's got many different sorts. Give me 1 second. Dots. So it is £1 for 1 card, £2 for 2 cards, £3 for 3 cards, £4 for a Celtic Cross, £5 for a mini, £10 for a full, 15 for pendulum, 22 for major arcana, 33 for 1 month forecast. Extra months up to 1 year can be included for £10 each month. 44 for which is rune reading, 55 for tough love / empowerment reading, 66 for future life reading. I need your age for that one. 77 for crystal ball reading, 88 for lithomancy reading, and 100 for psychic reading using no tools. That's how much it is. Have you done the right thing going self-employed? Let's see. You have, but I feel like it's going to take a lot of time to feel the actual, enjoyment of it. Okay, so although you have done the right thing, my darling, you're not going to feel like you have for a wee bit. Okay, that's nothing bad. It's just your body getting used to it. Okay. Grand risings, my darlings, if you're watching me on Rumble. But yeah, I hope that helps, my darling. You're welcome. You're welcome. Good afternoon. How are you? We've got many new decks coming, by the way. Hello, my darlings. Hello, Debs. How are you? How are you? We're using a very big deck today. Very big. Thank you, Michelle. Give me 1 sec. You'll be first. I just need to put my phone on charge. And then I'll start your reading, okay, babe? I'm doing very good, thank you. I've only reintroduced the 3 yes or no's for today. Just because I thought, let's treat you guys for a bit. Let's treat you guys for a bit. So, did you say PayPal, my dear? Give me 1 second. Check my sound on my phone, so give me 1 sec. So let me just do a couple of yes and no's and then we'll do the actual readings, okay? We become a model in your 20s. Simon, how old are you now? Or Simon, how old are you now? Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the heart me. You're 23. Okay, so you've got time. Let's have a look. Let's see. Not in your 20s or not early 20s, late 20s, early 30s though. Okay, late 20s, early 30s, my darling. Okay. Will John and your relationship get spicier than the way it has been? Let's see. Let's see. Thank you for the heart, mate. Yes, it will, my darling. Yes. Yes. Give me a sec. I'm on the wrong account. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 sec, guys. I've gone on the wrong account. Let's get my PayPal. Here we go. Thank you for the FYP. Bok, will Norma be a good wife to you? Hello, Helga. Hello, Boo. I don't know how to take that. Let's see. I feel like she will be, yeah. Yeah, she will be. Will Esther Pisces reach out to you today? Let's see. Yes, my darling, yes. This deck is massive. Absolutely massive. I love it. So, Michelle, are you here for your reading, my darling? If you're wondering what deck I'm using, it's this one. It's on Amazon. It's about 20 something quid. It's not like it's not as expensive as some tarot decks that I was gonna say that are this size. A lot of them this side I paid 40 quid for one of them. so it's not as expensive. Hello, Ollie. I will do when I'm not. I'm just doing a paid right now, though, Ollie. Just doing someone's paid reading. Give me one sec. So, is Anthony going to party with Temmie today? Let's see. I held that wrong. Give me one sec. Give me one sec. Let's see. I feel like he isn't. I feel like he was going to, but I don't feel like he is now, my darling. Okay, so he most definitely was going to, but no, not anymore. Okay, they've had an argument. So he's not going for her sake. If he does go, it'll be for a friend. Okay, it'll be for a friend. What's Anthony's current energy, thoughts, and feelings towards you after your misunderstanding today? Okay. You blocked him because he was annoying. Love that. Yes. Yes. Oh my god. Love that. That is hilarious. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. That's actually made me laugh. Absolutely love that. You're finally taking your power back. Finally. Let's see. Let's see. So what I would say here is I feel like he's going to be stubborn. I don't feel like he's going to go, I was in the wrong. And I feel like this is going to take him some time. I feel like he does realize that he needs to stop playing victim and realize when he was wrong with you, my darling. Okay. I do feel like he's going to find a way to apologize to you, but if you want the relationship to work, you can't have him blocked. Okay. And that is what you got to realize. And he knows you want the relationship to work, so he knows that you're going to unblock him very soon. Because he knows that you need it to work with him. He knows that you want him to work. Okay. What I would also say here as well, my darling, is I feel like it is going to, okay? If you've paid you on the list, my darling. What I would also say here as well is I feel like there is a lot of passion between you. I feel if you haven't unblocked him by the 1st of December, there will be nothing between the both of you. Okay, so you do need to unblock him by the 1st of December, my darling, okay? What I would also say for you as well is I feel like there is an open opportunity for the both of you. Okay, there is an open opportunity for the both of you to work out, okay, my darling? I would say the energy is very, very positive, and I would say it is going to stay very positive as well. What I would say here, though, is that with him, look, he knows he's been a child. Okay. He knows he's been a child, my darling. He really does. Okay, and I feel like he wants to stop. But you're also being a child as well, my darling. Okay, by not working it out. Okay, by not explaining to him, you're annoying me, so if you don't stop, this isn't going to work. Okay, you just blocked. Now, that's a good thing that you blocked, but at the same time, it's a negative, my darling. Okay. Okay. Will he come to your house and apologize this week? Let's see. I feel like there is a chance that he will, yes, my darling, but only if you allow him to. Okay, he doesn't want to just go there and come to your house and find you're not there. So I feel like unblocking him would be a smart idea so that he can check with you. Okay. So that he has means, because I feel like right now he's got no clarification that there is going to be an opportunity. Okay, that there is going to be safety and satisfaction, my darling. He doesn't know what's going to happen. Okay, he doesn't know, my darling. So what I would say here is there needs to be shown what is going to happen. There needs to be shown that it is going to happen. And what I would also say here is you've got to remove the stubbornness from you and see it from his point of angle as well, my darling. Okay? If you do not show it from either both, then there is nothing. And I would say that he doesn't want that because I would say that he does want you, but he wants you to see it from his angle as well. He wants to see the happy memories with you as well, my darling. What I would also say here for you as well, my sweetie, is I feel like he is caring for you, and I feel like he really does care for you as well. Okay, especially with the High Priestess, this is showing that he is trying to see it from the blunt angle, the black and white angle as well. I feel like he is struggling to because he really does want to get that connection, but it's are you going to allow the connection in yourself? And I feel like right now you're not allowing the connection because you're too scared. Okay, my darling, which is understandable. You see that he's inflicting pain and you don't want the pain on you, so you're taking the higher route and walking away. But at the same time, you want him to come in, and it's like, how is he going to come in if you keep walking away, my darling? And I feel like this is what you got to realize is that he can't come in if you're walking away so much. Okay, my sweetie. And I feel like he is most definitely trying with you. He is most definitely trying to make it work with you. It's just can he make it work while you're moving? And what I would say is no, he cannot. And I say that he really does want to. From a month from now, I feel like it will work out between the both of you, and I feel like there will be a massive apology. Okay, my darling, does that make sense? You're very welcome. This deck is a wonderful deck. A nice thing is you don't need to speak Italian to know what the cards are. Thank you, Tia. Um, because it's quite obvious it is, and it's got like the queen of spades, so you know that that is swords, um which is nice. Where some of my Italian decks, you're there like, well, is this spades, is this swords, is this what is this? um but that's nice about this deck is you know exactly what it is, you know exactly where you stand with it. I love it. Very deep though, very deep. That's what she said. Give me 1 second, my darling. Ask your question when I call you, boo. Not before. Otherwise, I end up losing the question and you have to keep popping it in. Okay. Remember, guys, never put your question in until I ask. Otherwise, we do end up having to get you to repeat the question. And I don't like that because I feel bad. Don't make me feel bad, please. Please. Be nice. What's the date today? It's the 11th. Right, let me go and see who is next. Let's do one more yes or no. Anya! Will Ben come over tonight? Let's see. Yes. Right, let's get the next person up. Give me un momento. Oh, give me 1 sec. 1 second. I'm back. Sorry. It was just some news that I don't know if I can share, guys. So I just wanted to listen to it privately for a second. Let me see who is next. Give me un momento. answered you, Ollie. Who is my stripe? This is either Queen or Linda. Linda, what is your question, Boo? Thank you for the follow. I always know it's you or Queen. You're the only two that pay through it. Stripe. Will Mark contact you, and when? And what's his energy towards you, and does he miss you? Let's have a look. Well, Linda, you get 3 questions with the £5 one. So do you want it as a 3 yes or no's, or 2 yes or no's and a reading? Because you've asked 4 questions there, my darling, which should be part of the £10 one. £10 or up. What do I recommend? I'd recommend doing the reading as well, so you get the full £5. That's what I'd recommend. 2 questions and a reading. Hello, Shadow Darkest. So you had 2 questions and a reading? Bravo. So will Mark contact you? Let's have a look. Yes. And what we do is to do the when in the reading, okay? There's a way to get around timeline readings, my darlings, is wait for it to come out in the cards, don't ask for it, it will just come out. Okay, so just a little hack there for you. Okay, just thought I'd help you out there. And does he miss you? Let's see, does he miss you? Let's have a look. Thank you, Tia. I would say yes, he does miss you, my darling, yes. Yes, yes, yes. So, let's have a look at your reading. Oh, you think you're pressing the same, but you're pressing an email instead. Right, let's have a look at what you get. Let's see. Let's see. So, what I would say here is I feel like he's going to contact you within the next 3 days, my darling. Okay, I feel like he needs contact with you, so it's looking more like next week. At the same time, what I'd also say here for you as well, my darling, is I feel like he wants to become more open. I feel like he does want that relationship. What I would say though is I feel like it's going to take a year before your relationship with him actually blossoms. Okay, and I think that's just due to the trauma that he's been through and the trauma that you've been through, my darling. Okay. What I'd also say here as well is I feel like he does want to make it work, but I feel like he's been through a lot of mental pain. So I don't think it's going to work as quickly or easy as you would like it to. What I would also say here for you as well, my darling, is I feel like there is going to be an apology, but I feel like he expects an apology from you as well. Okay, so just hear him out when he asks for it. Okay, my darling. Hello, Brad. I've just seen you. Hello, boo. So what I would say here is just hear him out when he asks the apology. Don't get judgy straight off the bat, my darling. Okay, I would say that would be your biggest mistake you ever make. Okay. What I would also say here for you as well is I feel like he is going to come back into the balanced relationship with you. And I feel like he is going to balance himself out. I do feel like there is a third party about to erupt into the relationship in about 3 days' time as well. But I feel like this is one of his friends just being a mediator between the both of you. But this friend doesn't like both of you as such. Basically, they're not someone that's going to be biased. Okay. This is the third party, so it's not a love third party, my darling. Okay. What I would also say here with this person as well is I feel like they're going to be very close with you and very caring with you as well. I also feel like there is going to be true love between the both of you. I feel like it is a male friend, my darling, so don't worry about that. What I would also say here is I don't think it's going to break the relationship between the both of you. I think it's just there to help the both of you. Okay, so it's not a lover. I can see you worrying on if it's a lover, my darling. It's not. Okay. They're not there to break the love. They're just there to make sure that you are civil with each other. Okay, and that you're not going to harm each other in any which way, shape, or form. Because I feel like that is what they are scared of. What I would also say here for you as well, my darling, is I feel like they are going to show the true care for you. And I feel like they are going to be open with the both of you. Okay, my darling. All we know is it's a male, my darling. All we know is it's a male. What I would also say here for you as well, my darling, is I feel like he does want to come forth and open up. I feel like he does want to do the apology. Because he knows that he's the one that stabbed you in the back, my darling. He knows he's the one that's hurt you, and that's broken your trust. And he wants to make sure that you understand that that wasn't his intention. He wants you to understand that he wouldn't ever want to break your trust or give you the negative or pain, my darling. He wants you to understand that he would always be there to help you out and always be there by your side. But you have to understand that he needs to defend himself and protect himself slightly. Okay, and that is what he is going to do, is he is going to defend himself and protect himself slightly, my darling, okay? He's not always going to take the full responsibility straight away, my darling, because that's just not something that he could do. Okay, if he took the full responsibility, he believes that there would be no relationship between either of you or at all with you, my darling. And I don't think that that is something that he wants to go through. I feel like he wants a true relationship with you and to make the true relationship work with you, my darling. Okay, so what I would say here is yes, I feel like it's going to work, but you got to give it time. Okay, my darling, does that make sense? Now you two need to talk, my darling. Okay? You will talk, but you've just got to be nice to each other. Okay? Does that all make sense, my darling? Time is up. My darling, I'm not going to tell you if he's in the hotel and miserable because that just sounds like you're hoping he's miserable. Okay? I do have boundaries, my darling. I do have boundaries. But yeah, I hope that made sense, my darling. Okay. Hope that makes sense. Because your time is up now. Brilliant. You're very welcome, my darling. Alright, let's see who is next. Remember, guys, linking back if you like a reading, my darlings, which I do recommend more than a yes or no. 8 orders has been delivered. 8 orders have been delivered. I know. Yeah. Mm. Uh, Page. Page. Basically, guys, you know Amazon Prime days and everything like that, Amazon Prime weekends and everything. They had it on for 2 days. I've got Amazon Prime already, but when you've got Amazon Prime on Amazon Prime, take the order. Trust me. Um, so let's put it this way: Mum used my account, I used my account, obviously, and we ordered a lot. Of stuff. We ordered a lot of stuff. So whoop, whoop. hate it when food gets in these. Yeah. Hello, Jay. How are you, my darling? Remember, guys, if you have to ask if your husband is faithful or not, y'all know they're not being faithful if you've got to ask that question. That's what I always say. Hello, Tia. How are you, Boo? How was my How's my D-Day? How was my B-Day? Very good, thank you. Very good. My friend's B-Day was also good, but I don't think she can remember yesterday. After yesterday. Let's put it this way. She can knock a few back, but she can't handle it. But I can knock a few back and still handle it. She couldn't. So, do you mind if I read that loud, or do you want it in my head, my darling? And we're going out again tonight. We've got some shows on. Because I work at the theatre and I get special tickets and stuff. So yeah, I don't get time to spend them often, so I bought quite a few shows. It was your son's yesterday. Wish him a happy birthday from me, my darling. I know he's got no idea who I am, but wish him a happy birthday anyway. I hope he had a good day. Hope he had a good day. In my head, brilliant. So, let me just mute. And I'm just going to... Yeah, let me just mute. Uncle Jamie. That means I'd have to be Jay's brother to be the uncle. Stop adding me into families. Last time I checked, I was in one family, and I was in other people's family metaphorically as the fortune teller. We can have a look, my darling. We can have a look. Let's have a look. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. So, what I would say here for you, my darling, is I feel like yes. I feel like the P is still on the table, my darling. And I do feel like there is still kids in your future. What I would also say is no, I don't think that he wants to go back with his ex. I feel like he wants to be friends, but not go back. Your ex, on the other hand, yes, they are going to be a nightmare. Okay, they are going to be a nightmare, and I think they've just got it in for you in a negative way, my darling. I'm not going to lie there. What I would also say here is I feel like they still have feelings for you. I feel like they still want you, my darling. So I feel like this could be why they've got it in for you. Because you're not going with them. Okay. So what I would say here is give that bit time. Okay, my darling. Don't worry about that. At the same time, what I'd also say for you as well is I feel like things are going to open up for the better. I still feel like you and the Pisces are still going to work it. Okay, you're still going to work it. You're still going to twerk it. Okay, my darling. What I would also say is next for you guys as well, my darling, is I feel like there is going to be more of a relationship between you both, and I feel like there is going to be more of an opening between you both as well, my darling, okay? So at the same time is I feel like yes, okay, you guys will go further. I still feel like they are your partner, okay, and I still feel like they're going to be your partner, okay? I don't see a change in that. What I would also say here as well, my darling, is you guys need a little bit of self-care, okay? A little bit of self-care never hurts, always works. Okay, at the same time, what I'd also say for you as well, my darlings, is I feel like things are going to open up massively for you guys. What I'd also say here is yes, he's feeling a little single right now, but he's done that on purpose because he does need to take care of himself. Hello, Maria, how are you, my darling? He does need to take care of himself. What I would also say here for you as well is I feel like he is going through his tower moment, and that is because he just doesn't have the balance. He doesn't have his friends with him, okay, or by his side, my darling. So we can't have the celebration that he would like to have or need. Okay, and I feel like this is where the struggle comes in, my darling, is he's not getting what he wants or what he does need in his life. At the same time, what I'd also say for you as well, my darling, is I feel like he does want to become more open. I feel with becoming more open, this is where the struggle is going to come in the most, though, okay? What I would also say here, especially with the death card, my darling, is he needs to bring an end to the past so that he can come forth with you. I feel like he's going to be the one that you have the children with, my darling, okay? At the same time, what I'd also say here for you as well, my sweetie, is I feel like this is where it's going to become more open. This is where it's going to become more caring. I feel like he's trying to leave the past in the past, and I feel like he's going to be very successful with that as well. What I would also say here for you as well, my darling, is I think that he is going to become more of a saint. I feel like he has thought of things, and I feel like he's thought, you know what, I'm the one in the wrong. I'm going to come and sort this out, okay? But he'd also like you to admit where you've been wrong as well, my darling, where you've gone wrong in life, okay? Because he feels like he's the one that is having to show that he's always the one in the wrong, where sometimes occasionally you have been, and he wants you to see that. Thank you for the happy birthday, my darling. Was Thursday, but thank you. What I would also say here for you as well, my darlings, I feel like he is going to become more open and more clear. At the same time, what I'd also say here for you as well, my sweet, is I feel like he is going to become less distant. Okay, it's not going to be as distant as he is right now. At the same time, I feel like he will be a little bit more open. Okay. I feel like there will be more talk of children between the both of you. Okay, so I do feel like he is going to start talking about that more. And I feel like that could actually bring you both closer together. Okay, with the talk of children, with the thought of them as well, my darling. So I feel like that is going to actually bring you guys closer. What I would also say here as well, my darling, is I feel like that is going to make sure that you guys stay open with each other as well. Okay. So in hindsight, there is not going to be a change. Okay, for the negative. What I would also say here for you as well, my darling, is I feel like he's going to make sure things work between the both of you. Thank you for the heart, me. Okay. Um, with the Five of Pentacles, this is suggesting here that he is closing doors. Okay, and that he does need to reopen them for the better. What I would also say here for you as well, my darling, is I feel like as he reopens these doors, you guys will reopen with each other. With the King and Queen of Pentacles as well, my darling, what this is showing here for you, thank you for the shares, is that it's almost a reciprocation of energy between the both of you. And I feel like he wants that reciprocation a little bit more, my darling, okay? So what I would say here is that there is going to be that reciprocation. At the same time, what I would also say here for you as well, my darling, is I feel October is going to be the best month for you too. So it's this month. And I feel like November's going to be good as well, my darling, okay? What I would also say here, hello, is that in hindsight, it's going to take both of you to admit where you've been wrong. Okay? It's going to take both of you. Okay? Thank you, Jess. What I would also say here, my darling, is I feel like you need to sort of focus on yourself this month, okay, my darling? Let him be a little bit distant. Let him be in control of himself. At the same time, I feel like you need to be more in control of yourself as well. I feel like that is what you're not doing, is you're not being in control of yourself, and that is where you're falling backwards. What I'd also say here for you as well, my darling, is I feel like if you were just a little bit more open, you'd be much better. What I would also go as far as saying here as well, my darlings, I feel like there are new doors opening for you. But you need to stop stabbing yourself in the back, and what I'd also say here is you need to slow it down as well, my darling. Okay, slow, 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 slow. You're going too fast, okay? Um, I feel like he just wasn't ready that day, okay? I just feel like he wasn't ready for it, and I feel like that is probably why he rejected it. I feel like he wanted it, but he knew he wouldn't be ready, and he knew it wasn't going to be a good time for you. Like, you wouldn't have fun. You'd find it boring, and he doesn't want you to have a boring time, my darling, because then that gives him a bad view, or you a bad view of him even. Okay, and he wants good stories to tell his friends. Okay, my darling, you do have to remember that, as he also wants the good stories as well. So with negative time, then no good stories can be told. Okay. So I feel like he felt sad, but he had to refuse the offer, my darling. He had to keep a good point of view between the both of you. Okay. What I would also say here is I feel like he was very conflicted on the inside about that, my darling. That was not something that he wanted to do, but it's something that he had to do. Okay, boo? Does that make sense? I have a massive headache from that reading. Don't hold your breath while reading, guys. It doesn't work. Oh, I see him coming over today. Let's see. I would say yes. I do see him coming over today, my darling. Okay, so yes, he will. Okay, boo. Does that all make sense? And I'm just going to text for a refill. Thank you, Carly. Does that make sense, boo? The ex-husband is dangerous. I know, my darling. I know. But protect yourself and you'll be fine. And remember, I don't know what country you live in, but remember, if you're scared, alert the police or someone if you know that they're going to be doing something. Okay, or you think they're going to do something so you can have the protection. Okay, my darling. Always make sure you're protected. And if something does happen, always alert the police. Okay. Always alert the police. Thank you for the roses. Oh, you were asking if he is. Sorry. Sorry. Let's have a look. Is he? Let's see. Let's see. Yes. Yes, he is, my darling. Yes. But yeah, I hope that helps, Boo. So, next I have... Oh, y'all like the video? With me cards, the big cards. Also, thank you for the birthday wishes on my birthday videos, my darlings. That really does mean a lot. Do I have Carly next? Carly. Carly? Thank you for the roses. Hello, Boo. Right, give me 1 second. So I was just saying thanks, Mum, for the drink. Carly, mini reading. Husband recently involved with third party. Apparently it's over now. Can you pick up anything with many thanks? Can I ask for your husband's initials, my darling, please? Because that husband could be absolutely anyone. Okay? And while I wait for that, is H missing you a little or a lot at the moment? Let's see. Oh, thank you for the hand heart, my darling. A lot, my darling, a lot. Well, what is that gift? I'm so sorry, I completely missed it. What is that gift? You have sent some lovely gifts, you do. I'm going to be very honest, and please don't take me for a nasty person, but please never send me the I love UAE or the FAZA, comma A. The reason why is because it's political, and I don't want political things in my live streams. So if you do see any of those gifts, please never send them. Okay, because I don't want anything political in my live. Okay, yes, thank you for the hand hearts. That was the name of them. Okay, that's the only reason why I say it, as it is political, and I'm political, but I don't like it on my streams. LK, thank you, my darling. Let's have a look at what's going on. Let's see the energy. Okay, let's see. So also with what's going on right now, I just see no point in getting involved in the political side of things. So let's have a look at what's going on. Let's see. Let's see. I would say everything's relaxed down right now. I wouldn't say it's stopped though. I feel like there is still a third party involved, so no, I don't see it stopped. Okay. Okay. I don't see it stopped. No, not the love you so much gift. It's the one with it's the heart with the black, white, and green in it, and the hands that are going like that. It's their political stances they are, and I refuse to do politics on social media. Unless it's with the UK government, then I'll do politics. What I would also say with this, your husband, my darling, is I feel like he wants the third party to stop, but for once it's not actually his choice. Okay, and it's not actually his fault. Okay. I feel like this is the third party's fault, and I feel like it is making it very hard for him to leave, my darling. I feel like he does want it to stop, though. Okay, so it hasn't, but he wants it, okay, my darling, because he is done. I don't think he's enjoying the third party as much as he enjoyed you, if you get what I mean. Okay, my darling. What I would also say here as well, my darling, is I feel like he really does want it to work out, and I feel like it will work out. I feel like he is going for it to work out, my darling, and he's going to make it work out, okay? At the same time, what I'd also say for you as well, my darling, is I feel like he wants to make you realize how much you mean to him, okay? He wants you to see the love that he has for you, although he may not always display it, but he really does have it. At the same time, what I would also say for you as well, my darlings, I feel like there is a massive care for you. Okay, and I feel like he didn't want to jeopardize the relationship between you, and I feel like he regrets the cheating. I don't think he actually realized that it was going to turn out this way. I feel like they were just friends at first. And then I feel like the cheating got in, okay, and I feel like it just got out of hand. I feel like he does realize now that that was a bad thing and that he does regret it. What I would also say here, my darling, is I feel like he does want to sort it out and he really does want to make it work between you. At the same time, what I'd also say for you as well, my darling, is I feel like it is going to work, okay? I wouldn't say there's going to be any cheating involved again. I feel like he has learned his lesson and I feel like he does feel really bad. What I would also say here for you as well, my darling, is I feel like he is going to make it work with you as well. At the same time, I feel like he's never going to do this sort of thing again. I feel like it has brought way too much stress upon him. And what I would also say here is he preferred to have the success with you. I feel like the loop has been broken. Okay, so what I would say here is there is no loop anymore. Yeah, the tower. Okay, so he's now stopped it. Okay, my darling. Do you have to worry about third party? No. Not in the fact that she's going to keep him. It's more the fact of how you're going to get him away from her because she doesn't want to let go, but he does. Okay, so he wants to let go, he wants to move on, she just doesn't want to let him. And I feel like that is where the struggle is, my darling. That is where it's going to be hard. Because although she wants him, he doesn't want her. And she won't accept that. Okay, that is just not something that she wants to accept or that she will accept. And I feel like that is where the struggle is coming right now. So what I would say here is it's trying to help him get away. Okay, it is trying to help him get away, my darling, but she's being stubborn. Okay, dude? Does that make sense? You're very welcome, my darling. I really wish they made a mini version of this deck. Because I'd be taking this deck everywhere with me. I'm not even joking. This deck, and I'll show you the other one, I would literally be taking everywhere. It would go everywhere. Okay, there's a lot of Sibylla decks that I want as well. But sadly, you have to be an Italian to have them because you need to live in Italy to have the Italian Amazon. And I don't live in Italy, so I can't get the Italian Amazon. So I can't get the Sibylla deck that I want. Me sad. It's a really nice Sibylla deck as well. But yeah, this tower deck I want smaller. I want them to make a mini version of this. Before I do the next reading, let me just show you. Like, look at those cards. Aren't they just gorgeous? So I want a smaller version of that. I do. Very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. And then I want a smaller version of this deck, which is this one. Because they're both really beautiful decks, you just can't take them anywhere, really. Will you pass your PFA beep score this time? Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. I feel like you will, my darling. Yes, see. See. But yeah, I absolutely love these ones. You keep being ignored. You're not being ignored, my darling. I was just in a oh fuck, what are they called? Paid reading. Will you marry? Will you marry, my darling? You gotta give me time. Will you marry? Let's see. Will you marry? Will you marry? I feel like you will, my darling. Yes. Hello, sacred mirror. How are you, my darling? Mwah. Hello. It's making you so anxious. Don't be. The best thing to do if you've got a test, don't think about it. Okay, the moment you start thinking about these tests is the moment you start to fail. Okay, what you got, the way you got to think of it is, I can do this. And you go in with a positive mind, my darling. Let's get you a positive card before I go on to the next reading. Let's get you a positive card. Okay, let's make you positive again. Okay. Let's get you a positive card. So it's for you, Jay. You need the positive card, okay? Let's get you some positivity. I feel as soon as I turned 21, I became a different person, honestly. So we're going to start spreading positivity a little bit more. So let's get you a positive card. Thank you for the FYP. Thank you, my darling. So, courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. Okay? Courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. Okay? And that is what you've got to remember, my darling, is fear is just something we tell ourselves exists as an excuse. Okay? So triumph yourself over it and be successful, my darling. Okay? Do not let the fear control you. Okay? Do not let it tell you where you go or what you need. Okay? But let the courage control where one goes. Okay, my dear? So, next I have Felix. Do I have Felix anywhere, please? Felix. We have Felix. Hello, Felix. How are you, my darling? Hello, Claire. I'm good, thank you. So, Felix. Your name is Perry, but your legal name is Felix. What would you like me to call you? What would you like me to call you? So is the legal name a dead name, or is it just one that you're not a big fan of? Just so I know, I don't want to insult you. As much as insulting is fun. Like a Gemel, we can do that. Perry, we can do that, my darling. Thank you for the popular votes, my darling, and thank you for the heart, me. So let's see what you get, my darling. Let's have a look. Let's see. Hello, Hannah, my darling. How are you? Nickname is Pay. Ah, okay. Okay, just wanted to check. I'm 21, I'm old. I'm trying to keep up with the times. Doesn't always work out, trust me. So, straight off the bat, my darling, you're walking in a dark situation. You're walking in the dark part of life. You're not being as open as you could be. Okay. You're not always being as open as you could be. Okay. I don't do mediumship on request, my darling. If it happens, it happens. I can't control it. Okay. So we might get them through, we might not. Okay, I'm just gonna warn you on that one, okay, boo? Just so you're prepared. What I would say here for you as well, hello, Ma. What I would say here for you as well, my darling, is look at your finances. Focus on your finances, my darling. Okay, you've got so much going on, but you've got so much joy and success about to come at the same time. Okay, I feel like there are some people going behind your back, more your friends. I feel like there's a lot of your friends are using you right now. Okay, because they know, how do I put this politely? You're not using your brain as much. Okay, so they know that they can sort of use you without you realizing, okay, my darling. And I would say a lot of them don't feel bad about it. What I would also say here for you as well, my darling, is I feel like you need to be a little bit more open with oneself and where oneself is going, okay? You need to see what is happening, not what has happened. Okay, my darling. What I would also say here as well is life is going to be a bit like a car crash for a bit, okay? Where everything seems to be going wrong, if it can go wrong, okay? What I would also say here is I don't think that's a bad thing. That's just your life going, right, we need to revamp. We need to change. Okay, and I feel like that's just life showing you that there's going to be a change coming your way. Okay, I don't see that being a negative, okay, my darling. I actually see it being quite positive. Okay, boo. And I feel like it is going to stay positive. Okay, it is going to stay positive. What I would also say for you as well, my darling, is I feel like you need to become a little bit more open with yourself as well. What I would also say here is stop caring what other people think because I feel like sometimes you care too much. Okay, my darling, you care a little too much, my darling. At the same time, I'd also say here is you need to keep moving forwards at a slow pace, not too fast. Okay, because I feel like sometimes you go a little bit too fast for your own good and then you fall. And we need to stop that. Okay, you need to go a little bit slower. Okay, my darling. And enjoy life to the fullest. I feel like you're an overthinker by a mile. Okay, my darling, you're an overthinker by a mile, and I don't think that that is a very positive thing. Okay, will you travel internationally? Let's see. I feel like you will, my darling. Yes. And I feel like one of the travels will be done by next October. I do, my darling. which is also positive, and I also see you traveling round about, so my star signs are awful, round about June or July next year as well. Okay, those will be the 3 times that you will have a choice to travel next year. The year after that, you'll have a little bit more choice. Okay, it's all about your money. Okay, it's all about your money, my darling, and this is why I'm saying you need to watch it. Okay, the more you watch it, the more likely you are to travel, and the more choice you will have. Okay, my darling. What I would also say for you as well, we do have the death card. Doesn't mean you're going to die necessarily. It can do, but it doesn't in this time. What I would say the death card this time, my darling, is I feel like it is opening itself up for new purpose, okay? So this is showing that your life is changing for better because it's removing all of the old junk that isn't needed, my darling, okay? So you are getting rid of the negatives and going into more of the positives as well, my sweetie. What I would also say here for you as well, my darling, is I feel like there is a new opening coming for you in a very high and mighty positive way. What I would say here, however, is slow down, my dear. Okay, don't go too fast. The faster you go, the more you fall. Okay, so do be aware of that, as we don't want to go too fast, my sweet. Okay, we do want to stay safe. Okay. The balance is coming back in as well, so we do have success in balance coming your way. What I would say here with the lovely Seven of Pentacles, though, my darling, is with how good you've been in the last couple of years through financial situation, you're not going to have to watch it too much. Yes, you need to look at what's going on and make sure you still have the balance with it, but because you've been good for a while, you're not going to have to worry too much. What I would say here, though, especially the Ace of Pentacles, is within the next year, your finances will shoot up. Okay, my darling, they will shoot up. What I would say though is you have to allow the help. Have to. Okay, I feel like there's going to be a man and a woman. The man's going to be the one that helps you the most. The woman's going to help you a tiny bit, but will want something back in the return, where the male won't. Okay, they're doing it to be nice. The woman isn't. Okay, my darling. So do remember that. At the same time, what I'd also say with the Fool as well, my darling, is the Fool is you in the tarot. Okay, it's your new beginnings, it's your journeys as well, my darling. Okay. And I would say you're going into the new side of it, but you really need to watch where you're placing your steps because I feel like you're about to fall off the edge. Okay, but you're not looking at where you need to be going, you're looking at where you want to be going. And I feel like that is one of the negatives with you is you look at what you want, not what you need. Okay. What I would also say here as well, my darling, is you need to look at more positive things. In about a month's time, I do, excuse me, pardon me, I do see a new friendship coming in for you as well, my darling, so we do see that positive. At the same time, what I'd also say for you as well, my darling, is I do see you opening up with people a little bit more, so I do see you actually using your throat chakra a lot more as well. Okay? So we do see that positive. I feel like you need to look at how you judge people as well, my darling. But before you can judge, you need to judge yourself first. And I feel like that is a lesson that you do need to learn because I feel like right now you're judging other people slightly more than what is actually necessary and needed. And also move on from the past as well, my darling. Okay, stop living in the damn past. You're very good at that, my darling. Okay, very, very, very good at living in the past. So what I would say here is that needs to stop and we need to start living in the future. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm just getting out the cards that I need for your next part. So you have to give me a second. Who in the motherfucker has gone in my drawer? Honestly, I swear I've got a poltergeist in my house. I really do. Because, I mean, every time I try and go in my drawer, something's moved around. Every time. Honestly. Right, let's have a look from your other half. So were they a lover, my darling? Were they a lover? Or, what were they to you? Christ, that deck feels small. How much to pay? Give me 1 second, my darling, and I'll tell you what the prices are. Let me finish off this reading first, please. Your soulmate. Okie dokie. Right, let's have a look. Let's see what they have to say. I'm using my mediumship cards. So the first thing that came out was I have a new understanding. The other one was my death was painless, please don't worry. So what I would say here is I feel like they feel like you're over worrying. Okay, my darling. They feel like you're overthinking their death, and I feel like it's almost like they want you to know that there was no pain in it for them. Okay, they didn't feel a thing because they know you're overthinking, thinking, oh my God, did they die and feel the pain? Did they go peacefully? Okay, and they want you to know they were peaceful. Okay, and it wasn't like a painful death at all. Okay, I feel like they didn't want to leave you, and I feel like they are very sorry, and I feel like they do want to apologize. I feel like the only pain that they left was the betrayal of you, knowing that they betrayed you and left you at too early. Okay, they always thought that they were going to spend their whole life with you, but now they're spending their whole life in a new way, a new format, my darling, okay? Um, but they do want you to know that they are feeling a lot better and that their life is a lot easier, okay, my darling? What they would rather you remember them by is the memories that were created with the both of you, not by the death. Okay, my darling, does that all make sense? I haven't used those cards in ages. So I bought the mediumship cards thinking I'd love them because I love the pictures. They're not actually that fun to use. Quite depressing, I would say. Yes, brilliant. Does the whole reading make sense, my darling? He's always with you. So when they die, when they go to float, okay, when they go to float, they're always with you. Okay, and the reason why I say it that way is because your ship. Okay, your ship, they're the siren, they're the mermaid, whatever you want to call them. And what happens is you start to float on your boat, and they float by the side of you, guiding you, showing you where you need to go. Okay, my darling, so they never leave you. No death will part you. Okay, my darling, unless you expel them away from you. Okay. Which, unless you know how to do, you'll never do, so you'll always have them. Okay, my darling, so he will always be with you. But you've got to learn to love other people. Okay? Don't just let his death stop you from loving others. Okay, my darling, and loving yourself. It's not cheating on them. Okay, don't you worry. Okay, my dear. Yeah, hope that helps. For the price list, I'll read it out. So, one's prices are as followed. It is £1 for one card, £2 for two card, £3 for three card, £4 for Celtic Cross, £5 for mini, £10 for full. It is then 15.15 for pendulum, 22.22 for major arcana reading, 33.33 for 1 month forecast. Extra months up to 1 year can be included for £10 each month. 44.44 for witches rune reading, 55.55 for tough love / empowerment, 66.66 for a future life reading, 77.77 for crystal ball reading, 88.88 for lithomancy reading, and £100 for psychic reading using no tools. Okay. If you don't understand my currency, that's fine. Just tell me the sort of reading you want and I can convert it for you. You just need to tell me what currency you use. Otherwise, we could be there for a very long time. I don't want to miss my show later. Looking quite forward to it. And the fact that I'm having a Mackie D's for for dinner. So, hello, Angie. How are you, my darling? You just want one question answered in detail. Well, the best one to go for that would be a Celtic Cross or a mini reading. So £4 into dollars. Calculator. So that would be so for Celtic Cross, it would be $5.34. And for Mini, it'll be $6.68. It would. You're doing fine. That's good, my darling. How am I doing today? I'm doing good, but I just need to short out a wedgie 1 sec. There we go. Much better. Let's do it. Will you be able to buy a car soon? Let's see. Will you be able to buy a car soon? Let's have a look. Thank you, Helga. No, not soon, my darling. I feel it's going to be more the start of next year that you get to buy one, okay? And that's if you're trying to buy the one that you want. If you're not trying to buy the one that you want and you're willing to go for any car, then yes, it will be soon. Okay, but if you're going for a specific, then no. Okay. And you, Tam, have a wonderful rest of your day, my darling. You have a job interview Monday. Do you think that you'll be successful? Let's see. Let's see. I think that you will be, but you need to stop stressing, my darling. Be yourself and go for it, okay? Because you will succeed. Okay, but you just need to be yourself, my darling. Okay, be yourself. Okay, my darling, be yourself. Okay, just checking we haven't had any other payments I've missed. One sec. Oh shit, my Spotify expires in 3 days. Not good. Not good. So, will Ruby reconcile with you before the month ends? Let's see. Let's see. Yes. Ollie's been doing the what? Ollie, pop that down again, please. I didn't see that. Is Summit missing you and wants to get back with you? Let's see. Yes. Ollie's been playing with... Ollie, send me a picture of what you've done with that damn torch. For context, he burnt it into his parents' furniture last time. I think it's like 14,000 lumens or something. If you don't know what lumens are, they're just what you measure the bloody torch in. $4,700 lumens. Jesus. So what did you do this time with it, Ollie? Send me a picture. Hello, Anya. Or have you blinded yourself slightly? Does your partner JB will last together? Let's see what you guys last together. Yes. Will Kieran and P become a couple? No, my darling. No, death card. Okay. Not right now. It's not the right time for them to be. Will you see Peter today? Not today. I feel more tomorrow. Okay, my sweetie pie. All right, let me just check my payments. Just seeing if anyone's paid my darlings. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, if you'd like a reading, link in bio. Yes or no's are free. Is SKA your future spouse? Let's see. Is SKA your future spouse? Let's have a look. No. No. I'm sorry to say, my darling, no. Remember, guys, as I always say, it's better to get a reading and get yes or no's only because you get more information than just a yes or no. Okay, literally. Okay. Will H reach out to you? Let's see. Let's see. Thank you for the heart, me. Love you, boo. Thank you. Uh, they will reach out in about 5 days, my darling. Okay, 5 days. They will reach out in about 5 days. By the way, guys, never ever let the size of a tarot card stop you from using them. Okay, it doesn't matter how big or small they are, you can still use them. Trust me, I've got small and big ones. Jay, will you see your name on GCS? GSE results in... What's a GSE, my darling? Is that GCSE? Did you miss the C? Just want to make sure I know I'm doing the right thing. What do you mean, boo? Civil service exam. Okay, let's see. Will you see your name on it? Will you see your name on it? Let's see. Let's see. I'm going to say yes, because you've only got 2 no's, but you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 yeses. So we're going to say yes, okay, my darling? But you got 4 yeses, 2 no's. So it's a weak no heading into a strong yes. Okay. A spiritual lady touched your what chakra? AJNA chakra. A few days ago. Wasn't it? One sec. Let me see what AJNA chakra is. One sec. Where is the AJNA? Oh, your third eye. Your third eye. No, she's done nothing. I feel like she's just helped you open up your third eye, my darling. Okay. But what I would say here is that is to make you stronger, but it's going to feel like a disruption at first. Okay, because you're starting to see the world in a newer way. So it will feel like a disruption because you're seeing more of your intuition, you're seeing more of a psychic point of view than you would without the third eye. Okay, so she's just helped you open it. So this is why everything feels disrupted more than it actually is. Okay, hope that helps. Will your career be okay next year? Will your career be okay next year? No, not next year, my darling, I'm sorry to say. Would W like it if you asked him out on another date? Oh, let's see. Thank you for the heart, me. Not right now. This is not the right time, but in like a few days, yes. Okay, not today though. In a few days, yes. Will work be okay tomorrow? Let's see. Yes. So yeah, your love life will still be normal, my darling. It's just you'll start seeing the world in more of a different way. Okay. So your love life will stay normal, it will just look different. Okay. Who sent me a request to talk? You have a 5? Of course you can. What would you like your 5 on, boo? Thanks for the donuts. Maple, what do you mean, my darling? We don't do tea receipts here. It's tarot. Tarot, not tea. And to check on the week, we can definitely do that, my darling. Let's see what you get. Let's see what you get, boo. Let's see what you get. Right, 5 of swords. Okay, watch your back, my darling. Watch your back, okay, boo? So although work's going to be good, I feel people are going to be trying to dump their load onto you, but I feel like it's going to be good because you're going to be standing up for yourself and you're not going to be allowing this to happen. What I would say is your true friends will also be protecting you and standing up for you, my darling, making sure that you are safe and that people don't try and disrespect you. Okay. But I feel like this is going to be hard because I feel like, especially your friend's man, okay, he's going to be trying it on. Okay, he's going to be pushing it, even though you've threatened to snitch. I feel like he is still going to be trying to put it on. Okay. So what I would say here is you need to be a little bit more careful of that, my darling. Okay, be a little bit more careful. At the same time, I'd also say for you as well, my sweet, is I feel like it is going to work out for you. But what I would say is it is going to take time for it. At the same time, I'd also say here for you as well, my darling, is I feel like you have to care for yourself more this week as well. Thank you for the lovely gifts. Mwah. You've got to choose a direction that you want to go, but slow it down, my darling. You're going a little too fast in one direction, okay? So what I would say here is it needs to slow, 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 okay? You're going too fast. At the same time, I'd also say here is I feel like Rue's going to be in contact, okay? And that'll be within the next day, day and a half. At the same time, I'd also say here as well, my darling, is I do see that there is going to be a new job opportunity in your job. It is going to require more work, but you will get paid extra for this extra load. Okay. And I feel like that'll be from your boss, but I feel like they will pay you extra for it. They just need it done. Okay. And they thought they'd ask you because you're someone that can get it done very quickly. Okay, my darling. So I feel like they will be asking you for the help. Okay. At the same time, I'd also say here for you as well as I feel like they're going to be by your side, and if you need any help as well with it, they will get you the help that you require or need. Okay, so do remember that is that they are going to be there for you. What I would also say here is I feel like this is going to create more of a positivity for you as well, my darling. And this is going to help you out in more of a viable option, viable way. At the same time, what I'd also say here is this is going to give you multiple places to go and multiple options as well. Okay. You do need to protect yourself a little bit more, though, my darling. Okay, a little bit more protection wouldn't hurt. What I would also say here for you as well, my darling, is I feel like it is going to be more of a solo work week. But it is going to be worth it. Okay, it's going to be worth it. Okay, my darling. Does that all make sense? Like it is going to give you a lot of money. Okay, if you do go for the extra job. You just might be slightly separated from others. Okay. Does that make sense? Hello, Thomas. How are you, my darling? Brilliant. I'm glad that makes sense. No worries. I told you he was coming over and contacting you within about a day, day and a half. Thank you for the follow. I'm good, thank you. I'm very good, thank you. You missed that. My darling, if you're going to get a reading, please listen. I can make that joke, my darlings. She has been a client for a few years now. Literally, I'm not even joking, a few years now. My God, Queen, when was your first reading with me? We're going back a few now, aren't we? Your delivery at the same time. Tell them to wait. I'm waiting. You was 30. Well, that's no help. I don't know how old you are now. So 20 years? We're looking at? You're 33. Yeah, I've been doing about 33 years now. It's a long time. You're looking to Halloween. I'm looking very forward to Halloween, my darling. Yes, it's my favourite time of the year. Absolute favourite. Is N's man scamming her? Let's see. Yes. Jason, has I thought about you today? Let's see. No, not today, my darling. No. Right, give me one sec. Thank you for the follow. Bless you. Well, we meet someone on Halloween. Let's see. Hello, binary killer. Let's see. Let's see. Yes, you will, my darling. Yes, you will. Or did you send a donation on, Boo? I could pull a card for you in your Cosmos. That would be £1, please, my darling, for one card. Or you can book a bigger reading and get more information. Queen, you have 45 minutes left, my darling. Sent on Stripe, thank you. Let me have a look. Ah, yes, just received it, my darling. What would you like? What would you like it on, Boo? While I wait for that, we have problem if you travel to the village this year. Let's see. Let's see. Yes. Yes, you will, my darling. See. Thank you, Chloe. I turned 21 on Thursday, I did. I just haven't took everything down yet. Sam and you reconciling romantically. Oh, okay. Let's have a look. Let's see. Thank you, my darling. Thank you, Boo. So I feel like you will reconcile romantically, my darling. Yes. Okay. I see big reconciliation coming for you. Okay. What I would also say here as well, my darling. Hello, Boris. Or Bori. Hello, Bori. What I would also say for you as well, my darling, is I feel like you need to relax more. I feel like you're trying too hard. You want the reconciliation, but you're not thinking it through straight. Okay, you're not thinking it through straight, and that is where you're struggling. Okay, once you start thinking through a little bit more straight and a little bit more better, and you remove the anxiety, you'll be fine. Okay, you'll be fine. Okay. What I would also say here for you as well, my darling, is open those eyes, open your eyes more. Okay. I feel like you need this time by yourself for now, my darling. Okay. You need this time to think because the reconciliation will happen in time. Um, do you want to know when the reconciliation is going to happen? Because I've got the date right here. So what I would say is the reconciliation is going to happen on the 15th of November at 12 at noon. Okay, 12 noon. Okay, my darling. And I feel like they'll be at your place. You'll arrange to meet at your place. Okay, my darling. Or over text. Okay, you have those two choices to be over text or at your place. Okay. What I would also say here is I feel like he wants to apologize. Okay, I feel like they really do want to apologize to you, okay, my darling? At the same time, what I'd also say for you as well is I feel like he wants to be more open-hearted and open-minded with you. Okay, my sweetie. What I would also say for you as well is I feel like there's a lot of passion coming forth. Okay, there's so much passion coming for you, my darling, ever so much. At the same time, what I'd also say is I feel like this passion is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Um, I feel like this is a bit of a cycle. I don't think this is the first time you guys have had a falling out. Okay, I do feel like this is a bit of a cycle between the both of you. I feel like you are used to this. And I feel like you need to get yourself out of this mindset, okay, my darling? I feel like you need to get yourself moving forwards, okay? You can do this and you can succeed at this, okay? What I would also say here for you as well is I feel like this is where you become more open and more caring, okay? He was about to message him, but you changed your mind, and that's you overthinking. So, shall we see if you should send a message? Let's have a look. As I say that, you get the Emperor straight out. So I would say yes, send the message, my darling. Okay, show that you still want the contact. Okay, show that you still want the contact between the both of you, my darling, because no understanding of contact means nothing. You need to show that you're still in his mind and that he is still in yours, okay, my darling? Keep it there. Keep it, keep it, keep it, okay? Don't lose it. What I would also say to this as well, my darling, is I feel like he is going to become more open with it as well, okay? I feel like you might get a pleasant surprise if you message him now. Okay, my darling. You might get a pleasant surprise. Give me one sec, Liv. Oh. What I would also say here for you as well, my darling, is I feel like he wants to become a little bit more of a decent person with you. Okay. At the same time, with the Five of Pentacles, with the Five of Pentacles, my darling, he is closing doors on the negative on the past. Okay. Thank you for the share. With the Knight of Cups, my darling, this is suggesting that he does want to come forwards. Knight of Batons, even, sorry. Okay, he does want to come forwards. Okay. And he does want to show the passion. What I would also say here as well, my darling, is I feel like he's going to become that open, lovely person. We also have the beautiful Devil. Okay, now with the Devil, this is showing that he is taking control of himself. Okay, my darling? And he's taking control of himself with you. Okay, boo? What I would also say at this as well is with the Star is that he's dreaming about you, but with the Moon, he's trying to choose the correct direction. Okay. And I feel like that is where he's mostly struggling. What I would also say here is I feel like he wants to become more open-minded with you as well. Okay, boo? So we have used 5 minutes out of the maximum of 10. Okay, we normally go up to around about 7 or 10 minutes in a £10 reading. I've got all the information I can give. Thank you for the follow. So do you have any other questions? Thank you for the follow. It's very rare for me to get to this point. I've got no more information to give in that reading. It's very rare. Do you have any other questions to go with it? This happens once every what? Year, if not a lifetime. I've only ever had this happen once in my 4 years of reading. So do you have like anything that you would like to add? To come? Okay, let me have a look. Let's have a look. Let's pick these up and shuffle again. So what this is called, guys, while I'm picking all these up, it's called a psychic blank. And it's where our minds just go completely blank in the reading, and that's when we just have no more information to give. It's very rare to happen, like very rare. And it's normally literally just because you've given all the information you can give in a reading. Which is what's happened in this case. And that is where we're normally asked for extra questions or if it suffices. So if you give me 1 second to pick up these cards. I know. So if you give me 1 sec, Boo, and answer extra question. Just want to reshuffle for it. Did you guys have an argument? Because you got the word argument in my head. Okay, between the both of you. So it's either you're about to have an argument or you've had one. So do you have any worries if you were to reconcile? The last time you spoke. Ah, that explains. And it also explains why it's saying that if you speak again, there's going to be another one, but it will reconcile, okay? So what I would say here is, yeah, there's nothing really to worry about apart from maybe another argument. I don't really see anything negative between the both of you. I do think that is genuinely going to work out. Okay. Okay, I do honestly think that it is going to work out. Thank you, Chloe. I feel like a friend might step in as a mediator just to make sure that you guys are playing fair with each other for you guys to work it out. And then they'll just leave the situation once you guys are fine. I think this will be the last time that you go through it. Okay. This will be the last time that you go through it. This will be the last time that you need to reconcile. Okay, I think that you will fully reconcile this time. Okay, my darling. So what I would say here is I don't see a negative in it at all. Okay. I would say positivity, truth, and joy. Okay, my darling. No harm, nothing like that. Okay. I would say you're cutting the loop, you're getting out of the loop, my darling, and you're going into the new beginnings and new blessings. Okay. Does that all make sense? Brilliant. I'm glad that all made sense. Hello, May. He's asking for the baby boy, but I did say I'll quickly do that. Liv, will you have a boy this pregnancy? Let's see. Yes. Yes, you will. Thank you for the bless yous. It's the oddest sneeze I've ever done. It was like my body wanted to expel whatever it wanted to sneeze, but then it just wouldn't sneeze. That's all right, May. Thank you, boo. I've made it 21 years through life. Don't know how, but I've done it. Let's try and get to 25 next. Let's try. What dumbass thought it'd be a good idea to message me as an agency, knowing full well I do tarot, and then go we're gaming focused? What dumbass thought that would be a smart idea? I think a lot of TikTok agencies have been watching or talking to each other because they've answered every question I normally ask, which is how many days do you have to go live? How many hours do you have to do per month? And do I have to pay them a percentage of my earnings? They've answered all of that. And they've said how many days I have to go live, which is 10, and an hour at least for each of them. They've literally, it's annoying. Because if they weren't TikTok gaming based, I would have joined. Because they've answered all my questions that I hadn't even asked. What a shame. And actually, good agency is not good for me because I'm a tarot reader. How depressing. Oh, that's hilarious. Annoying, but hilarious. Hey ho. Hey ho. Although that did make me laugh a lot. Just seeing who else paid my darling, so give me 1 sec. Hello! Do I have a clue? Will you pass your driving test next week? Let's see. While I wait for Chloe. Yes, you will, my darling, yeah. Also, before I do the next reading, someone explain this. This is a massive size deck, okay? It's as big as my head, literally. Yet it's got ways of doing reversals with it. How am I going to shuffle that into reverse when it's this size? Someone answer me that. So, do you still see me and Nathan still reconciling on the 17th of November? Let's see. Thank you for the hand heart. Thank you, boo. Mwah. Yes, I still see you both reconciling in in November, my darling. Don't know why it's September in my head then. He seems really unhappy and giving me mixed signals. Okay, we can have a look. So, do you want me to see like what the energy is, what's going on, that sort of stuff? Yes, brilliant. Jay, I can see a question. I'm just in a paid reading, my darling. Okay, and then I'll answer it. Actually, I think I can see a question. Was your question saying that's big? If it wasn't, then no, I can't see a question. I told him how his life could be, but he said, "Isn't it, honey? Why would you tell him that's what his life could be? That's your first mistake, my lord." That is the first mistake everyone makes. They always say, "This is what your life could be." Honey, imagine saying that like an agency on TikTok, how much of a scam that sounds. Okay? That's the way you got to think of it. It's just scaring them off when you say that, my darling. And I feel like that is what you've done, is you scared him slightly because you said, "This is what this is what your life could be." You're making him feel bad. You're making him feel belittled, small. Okay, my darling, you're not actually helping yourself out at all here. Okay, you're actually being the one that stabs you in the back, being the one that creates your tower moment, and I feel like this is where you're failing, my darling. Okay, because you've gone straight in. You didn't go in gently. It was like straight. Here's the bombshell. You went straight. Here's the bombshell. Straight into it. Okay. So what you now got to try and do is you've now got to try and earn him again. Okay, you got to try and bring him back again, my darling. And I feel like that is going to take time. That is going to take time. I feel like it's possible. So you still got time, my darling. Okay, but you've got to try and get yourself out of that bombshell crater. Okay, it's not a hole, it's a crater. Okay, thank you for the lovely gifts, my darling. Okay, and you've now got to try and get yourself out of that. Okay. You've got to try and show him that you weren't meaning to be full on. Okay. And you'll be fine. I feel like you both are strong, so you can both work through this. Okay. And you can both make this work. But it is going to take time. Okay. It is going to take time for it to work. And what I would also say here is I feel like you have to make it work. Okay. You've realized that you've made a bad judgment. You've realized that you didn't make it see or make it work, but you will. Okay. You will. Okay, and he will. He will come back on the 17th of November. Okay. Do you know how? By you not going hard anymore into it. Oh, word, that's so wrong. Thank you for the heart, me. By you not going straight into it and being like, "This is what your life could be," and scare him off. That's how it's going to work. Okay, my darling, that's how it's going to work. Okay, by you being a little bit more softer with him, a little bit more caring, more like the Empress. Okay, in the tarot. You need to be a bit more caring, a bit more lovable. Okay? Not like Sophia out of the Golden Girls. Okay, my darling, where it's blunt. Straight in your face, no matter how much it insults you or scares you. Okay, you need to be a little bit more filtered. And I feel once you be a little bit more filtered, my darling, then you'll be fine. Okay, but you need to be. Okay. I feel like the third party will still be with you guys till he's with you. But I don't see it's going to be a negative thing. I think that they will be removed quite quickly, okay? They're not going to, like, stay in it that long. Okay, my darling? So they will be removed quite quickly before you know it. Okay. What I would also say here as well, my darling, for you is I feel like he knows that you care. Okay, he knows that you only want what's best. It's just trying to show it in the correct manner, which is something you are god awful at. Okay. I feel like you overthink things too much. And I feel like this is where you fail. This is where you fall. Is you don't rest, you just go straight in. Okay. And I feel like you need to stop going straight in, my darling. Okay, you need to hold it back. What I would also say here for you as well, my darling, is I feel like you need to slow it down. Okay? Think of how you would want him to come back into with you. Think of how you would want him to come into a relationship with you, my darling. Okay? And then once you see how you would like it, that's how you got to do it with him, okay, my darling? That's the way you got to make it work with him. What I would also say here as well is I feel like you will be both victorious as well, my darling. Okay, you'll both be very victorious with each other. At the same time, what I'd also say here as well is I feel like there is going to be the love. I still feel like he wants a family. We've still got a family vibe here. Okay. And I feel in 1 year's time you'll be fully sorted and there will be no third parties at all. Physically, none. Okay, so they will be removed completely. Okay, my darling, so we do have that positive as well. What I would also say here for you as well, my darling, is I feel like they are going to care. And he's going to care. Okay. He does miss your family. Hello, Donna. He does miss your family, my darling. He really does. And he wants it back. But he doesn't want to be scared off by you going, this is what my life could have been. My darling, I'm not going to drop that. Just thought I'd let you know. Okay. He doesn't want to get scared off like that. Okay. Because then you just sound like one of those braggers that go, come here for your fortune. Those fortune tellers in the streets where they beg you over. Okay, that's what you're doing. You're giving yourself a bad name. Okay, you're not just letting him come because he's drawn to you. Okay, my darling, you might as well go and get a bleeding love spell if you're going to say it in the way you did. Okay. I think your problem is you need to learn how to word things. Okay, because at the end of the day, you're the one that's bringing the pain on yourself, okay? You need to learn how to word things correctly for it to work out, okay? That is where your big mistake is, okay? Your first big mistake was going, this is what your life could have been. That just made him go, ooh. Okay. But I feel like he will come back and I feel like there will be marriage. Okay, so I feel like he will tie himself down to you, okay? He will tie himself down. Okay, babe? Does that make sense? Is a third party aware he's unhappy? Let's see. Yes. Yes, the third party is aware, my darling. Yeah, does that all make sense, babe? Brilliant. Remember, the only free thing in this life is the yes or no's, my darlings. Everything else is paid. You just had your PIP assessment where you get it. One sec. Mum, is PIP to do with law? PIP to do with law? Thank you. So, due to the fact that it's a state benefit, my darling, and it can be involved with law, I cannot do it as I do not do law or anything associated with law, my darling. I am sorry that I can't be of service to you today. Will you move by the end of the year? Let's see, Donna. Will you move by the end of the year? Yeah. Oh, I'm hungry. Bill, can I pack a crisp, please? Actually, no, I want some at the show, doesn't matter. Can I have another snack, please, that I can't get at the show? Thank you. Chris, I changed my mind on having Chris right now. Was going to, but then I realised I have Chris later, and I've already had a pack of Chris today. Um, wait, thank you. You've got sushi. Thanks for the roses. Ah, can't put it in my bin though, because my dog will eat it. Or attempt to. Which isn't fun. Trust me. Have I tried soup dumplings? I don't think we have those in the UK. As Itsu soup dumplings? Oh, I'm have to look for those. And get them in Tesco's. Mum, when can we go to Tesco's? Hello, please. You can get soup dumplings. Soup dumplings. So it's dumplings with soup inside of them. Oh, I thought you could only get them in America. Where about in Tesco's are they? In the freezer. You just put them in the microwave for 3 minutes and you're done. They're in Sainsbury's staff discount. You can pay through gifts, my darling, but it's going to cost you a lot more. Oh. Because I only get round about 50 to 75% of the money. So to actually make the money, I have to charge double. I do. So if you want to pay through gifts, sure, but it is going to cost you double the normal price. You can blame TikTok for that, not me. Will you and Leanne be together again soon? Let's see. Let's see. I feel like you will be, my darling. Yes. Yes. After you sushi, can you add me for 5? Sure, my darling. What would you like your 5 on? I could easily answer that without the cards. Jay, I've not seen your question, boo. Pun, he's lazy. I'm not letting you waste your minutes on a question that is so easy to answer without the cards. Literally because he's lazy. We'll end break it off with A if he's a scammer. Not straight away because she won't see it. It has to be shown to her, my darling. Okay. It's making you hate him for getting you the job. Oh, lol. Why do you think I like working for myself? Because I create the work for myself, not anyone else. You don't know how to convince her. Evidence. Evidence. Get a psychic reading with me. No, I'm joking. Just get evidence. Can you work for me? Sure, but I don't pay. Just ask my mum. Work for me if you want. It'll be volunteer work, though. Is it completely over for you and Shelby? Let's see. I'm afraid so, my darling. I'm afraid so. If I ever own my own store or my own psychic website, I'll let you work on it. How about that? If that'll ever happen, I don't know. Will P confess his feelings for you before end of November? Let's see. Let's see. No. I feel like it's going to be December time they do, my darling. Okay? Remember, if you like a reading, link in bio, my darlings. Yes or no's can only get you so many answers. Is Tonya pregnant? Let's see. Is Tonya pregnant? Yes, my darling, yes. Henta and you broke ties this week. Will he reach out again? Yes, in about 6 weeks. So a month and a half. Will you and H start a relationship officially this month? Let's see. Yes. Yes, you will. Is Jay intentions towards you bad? Sad to say yes. Does N feel remorseful about what happened and the way things are? Yes. Is luck changing? Let's see. Is luck changing? I feel it will, my darling, but you got to leave your past in the past. Okay. Did Jasmine look up your profile today? Let's see. See. But not intentionally. Okay, I think it came up more recommended than anything. I don't think it was a purposeful lookup, my darling. So in a way, yes, they did look it up, but not purposefully. Also, remember, guys, tarot is used for fortune telling. It is, so if you would like a fortune or fortune told, you're in the right place. Can you expect pregnancy next year with AJ? All big questions. Big questions. Let's see. Yeah. Yes, and you'll have 2 males. Okay, in your lifetime. Okay, so you'll be pregnant next year and a little bit afterwards. Okay. Is Jay against you or for you? For you, my darling. For you. Okay. Thank you for the follow. You're welcome. Beth, are you pregnant or have you had sex? Put a 1 for yes, 2 for no. 1. Okay. Yes, you are pregnant, my darling. The lovers. So yes. Is there potential for you and S? Let's see. Hello, Emperor. Let's see. Yes. Will you be where you want to be by this time next year? I feel like you will be, my darling, once you get your ass in gear. So he advised H to go ahead of you. Yes, you did, my darling. Yes. I'm using one of my favourite tarot decks today. A lot of my tarot decks are Italian. A lot of my fortune telling decks are Italian as well. I think I've got a problem. I like Italian decks more than your standard decks. They've just got so much more life with them, so much more enjoyment. They do. They're not crap. Because I feel a lot of decks nowadays, they base it way too much off the rider weights, and then you lose your traditional fortune telling. You get more of like the hippie and stuff. Will H's family like you a little or a lot? They like you a lot, my darling. Okay, they will like you a lot. But I do find with the Italian fortune tellers, you have the culture, you have the love, you have the artwork, and you have the love that's been put into the artwork. Where with your English, your American sort of decks, is all the hippie style, lovely artwork, don't get me wrong, but you don't have the love of the tradition. And that is the sad thing. And that is the sad thing. Tarot cards are designed in Italy. Correct. Correct. You've done your research. Bravo. And your kids too? Yes, my darling. Yes. Talking of Tarot cards, just to prove I've got them. I don't know why I want to prove it. But this is just for the person that's calling everyone gullible. Here you go, boo. There's my Tarot cards. And yes, I do use them for fortune telling. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and loads more in there. I'm not even going to count because I put it all away messy. Whoops. Does AJ fantasize about having kids with you? Yeah. Is M missing you? Let's see. Is M missing you? Yes, my darling, yes. Will H like your culture and family a little or a lot? Thank you for the lovely gifts. I feel like you'll be a little at first, my darling, but it will go into a lot, okay? I think it's just the getting used to, so it's going to start off as a little and then become a lot, but the family he'll love a lot. It's just the culture he's going to struggle with at first, okay? Will you see R again? Let's see. Will you see R again? Will you see Rogers again? Let's have a look. Will you see Rogers again? Let's see. Will you see Rogers again? Let's see. Will you see Rogers again? Yes, you will see Rogers again, my darling. Yes. Yes. Will M come to you? Let's have a look. Will M come to you? I feel like they will come to you, my darling. You're very welcome. Will his family ask you to wear a hijab? Hijab? Sorry if I'm butchering that. I feel they would prefer if you did, but they'll understand if you don't want to. It will take them some time to getting used to you not wearing one if you choose not to. Okay, but I feel like they will accept you. Okay, my darling. Is William M falling in love with you? Let's see. Let's see. Yes. Remember, guys, link in below if you'd like to purchase a reading. Yes or no's are free. And anyone that says, do not say link in bio, ignore them. They just don't know how to use TikTok. Also, any tarot reader that says tarot is not for fortune telling, please ignore. I had a tarot reader last night block me because I corrected them on their facts. They said tarot does not have set meanings. And I said, how dumb are you? I said, if you read any book, any cards, they have meanings. And they said the devil is a yes card. Couldn't be more wrong. And that the high priestess is a no card. And I thought, oh my god. I was there like, good lord. And they went, I've been doing this for 10 years. And I went, well, I've got friends that have done it for 20 to 50 years. So I think I'll listen to them. Thank you. Just saying. Will you be in a relationship soon? Let's see, my darling. Will you be in a relationship soon? I would say yes, you will be in a relationship soon, my darling. Okay. I'm feeling more within the next 2 months. Okay, boo? Is Kay seeing somebody? Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Thank you for the harvest, my darling. Thank you. Let's see. Are they seeing somebody? I feel like they are. Yes. I'm so sorry to say, but yes. Will you retire soon? I feel like you will. By the end of the year, it feels like. Did H tell J he's blocked you on everything? No, I don't think you want to be honest about that, my darling. No. Would you meet a new soulmate soon? Let's see. Will you meet a new soulmate soon? Let's have a look. Will you meet a new soulmate soon? Yes, I feel like you will meet a new soulmate soon, my darling. Yes. Hello, Lily. How are you, my darling? Will Panos and you meet again? Let's see. Will Panos and you meet again? Let's have a look. Will Panos and you meet again? I would say yes, you guys will meet again, my darling. But I don't think it's going to be anytime soon. So although you will meet again, it won't be soon. Is AJ drifting away from his business partner? No, not at the moment, but slowly. You have it all happening, don't you? What do you mean by that, my darling? What do you mean by that? I'm very good, thank you. I'm very good, my darling. Thank you for the follow. Will your husband and you reconcile? Let's see. Will the husband and you reconcile? Let's have a look. Yes, I feel like you will reconcile, my darling, yes. I feel like I'm back to the old days. 50 viewers at once, 19,000 likes, 2,000 viewers in total. Oh, how my heart is singing at one's moment. Did H tell anyone else about the blocking? Let's see. I feel like he told the mother, but I don't think he's told anyone else other than that. Okay. Will Jay come back to you? Let's see. Let's see. Yes. No, universe is working to your best interest. The universe will always work to your best interest, and sometimes that's knocking you down a few pegs. Okay, trust me, I've been knocked down a few pegs. Thank you for the hand heart, my darling. Mwah. For the last month, I've been stuck at 10 viewers at one time. I think I got too cocky with myself. So universe went, you know what? Let's take that cockiness away. Let's put you back to where you originally were, and let's make you see how good you've got it. And I learnt my lesson. Don't get too cocky. Don't get too cocky. And I learnt. And now the universe has rewarded me for learning. You needed the pegs up. Sometimes you'll get the pegs up eventually, but you have to let them get knocked down first before you get up again. Okay? That's the way you gotta look at it. When will you reconcile, please? Let's see. About a month and a half. Is Emmett going to contact you? Let's see. Yes. Do I manifest? I don't. I'd rather do a ritual on myself than manifest. Mostly because it's easier for me to do a ritual on oneself than anything. My grandma's speaking Italian now. I think that's a big part of that. 20k goes. Oh yeah, we're so close to 20k. Thank you, my darlings. Been saying maybe for tonight going out will be actually do it. Ben is saying maybe for tonight going out will he actually do it? Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Yes, I feel like he will actually do it, my darling. But I feel like he wants to do it with you. Okay. Was his mum angry with him about blocking you? Hello, Joa. I feel angry, my darling. Angry, angry, angry. Okay. What did my grandma say? It was just one of the words that she put in the text message. She put Dell. She did. Instead of another word. I don't know what she was meant to be putting. She put Dell by accident. It just made me laugh because I'm using Italian deck. Will Sophia eventually end up with D? Will Sophia eventually end up with D? Let's see. Yes. Say that again. It's just one L. I think she mistyped on the old brick. Grandma? Yes, my grandma. Whose grandma did you think I meant? No, my grandma. Del Boy. It could be Del Boy. Could be like that. No, it's just DL. DEL. Will Lucas start chasing you again? Let's see. No, my darling, no, not right now. Is our planning a romantic meeting with you this coming week? Let's see. Let's see. Yes, my darling, yes. Okay, yes, he is. Is he going to delete Viv's tag off his page? Let's see. Not straight away, but he will. Yes, definitely. Is H going? Done that one. Does AJ's mom know about you yet? Let's see. Yes. Ooh, very lush. Like that side more with that. That would go quite well as well, though. Can you keep both? Both tomorrow. Exercise. Yeah, you need it. I'd say that one. No, that one. Yeah, the one that you got on the floor now. Actually, no, brown. But no, I just thought that you needed it for ready for tomorrow, so you can fit the food in. Trust me, I need it for definite. Will Jason be reaching out to Angeli soon? Let's see. Let's see. I would say yes, my darling, yes. Hey, Mum, have you sprayed? Feels like it's something cleaning or something for the boots. Or like chlorine. I can say, what have you sprayed? No, just give me. No, let me just run my hand over. Oh, is it the stuff for the inside of your shoes? Don't smell nice. One sec, guys. Leave your mum alone, lol. It's not my fault that her top smells of chlorine. I've got a very sensitive nose. I can smell anything from a mile away, trust me. If you've had something like 6 hours ago, I can still smell it on you. You've got an interview Tuesday for a part-time job. Will you be successful? Let's see. Yes, very successful, my darling. If I miss your questions, please pop it down again. I am streaming to 7 platforms at once. A nosy. Yes. Did his mum hear you singing real? Yes. Did it bother Rue that you didn't reply to his message last night? Let's see. It did. Can I ask you guys something? My question to you guys now is, do you guys know how to take a moral high ground? Because Queen, you moan when he doesn't reply to you, and then you don't reply to him. Excuse me. One second. Yeah. Taste of his own medicine. Take the higher ground. Take it. Did she like your recent singing reel a lot or a little? A lot, my darling. Will Yuna and you talk about your situation. Yes, yes, you will. Thank you for the roses, my darling. So yeah, take higher ground. Come on. Come on, Queen. High ground, high. Come on. A bit like the car in front of me yesterday, who was driving erratically. I think they were high. I'm not even joking on that one, sadly. Literally, I witnessed a crash almost 5 times yesterday from one person. I'm not even joking, and that is the scary thing. Is I literally almost witnessed a crash 5 times from one person. It's like, oh my god. What? It was like the scariest thing I've ever seen. Well, that wasn't too scary. But it was like, yeah. It's like, are you fucking mentally okay? Is T going to ask you do business with him? Let's see. Yes. Jess, will you end up moving into the rental house you're seeing today? Let's see. I feel like you will, my darling, yes. Do T want to apply you to him? Let's see. Let's see. Yes. What have you sent me, Queen? I'm scared. What have you sent me? Is anything like I've seen before? Okay, it's a little safer than before. That looks nice, my darling. I'm jealous. How can you look good in anything you buy? But if I try and buy something to look good in, I look fucking fat. Like, extremely fat. I mean, yes, I put a few pounds on, but that's not the point. At all. Have you just sprayed perfume? What? Will he block Viv off completely? Let's see. Let's see. Yes, my darling, yes. He will. One second. Should you text your ex? Let's see. I feel like you should, my darling, yes. One second. I have heard all of this before with TikTok agencies. They always say they give you a gift, and when you join every month, and no, they don't give you a gift. Every TikTok agency says it. You're nothing special, my darling. Unless you can give me something special to work off from this message, the answers are no. I'm a businessman and I like to make deals. But good ones, not bad ones. Forgot you could send voice messages, so I've just made my life a lot easier. Don't get scammed by them again, trust me, I won't be. I am joining one at the end of this month, but it's one that my friend's in. And I've checked them out, they are fine. They are fine. I know. But I got a message from one of my requests. Let me read you this. And they actually answered everything before I asked them questions. But they put this: "Hi, I'm with Creator Network, a TikTok agency that helps creators grow, connect with a fun community, and unlock cool perks." Now, bearing in mind we're tarot reading things, if they knew me, they know what I do. They then put we're gaming focused. Well, that just put me straight off. I don't want a gaming focused one. All agencies do is give you people to network with. They do, but they also give you protection. So, for example, if my live gets banned for no reason, they can get me unbanned. Or if I get blocked, they can get me unblocked. So they do help with that, and that's the only reason why I use them. And they all know me, so every time I join an agency, they do it to what I want, not what they want me to do. Because they know I'll do the hours, because I've done 2 hours and 31 minutes today. They always do. I always do the gifts. I always get them the gifts that they want. I can get them anything that they need, so they do it to my standards. So what I want, they do. So, for example, I don't need to wear banner. I don't need to do the hours because I've done them anyway. I don't get any challenges because I complete them too quickly. So they all know I use them for protection. And that's what they do. They don't force me to do anything else because they know I have more power than them. Because the irony is, they've all got 1,000 followers each, maybe less. And I'm the one with 21. So they try and kiss up to me because they know I can get them what they need. So luckily, when it comes to an agency, I own the power. Because they know I can take the agency straight down. So they try and suck up to me. I've never been here before, but creator networks are they are pyramid schemes, correct? Yes. Pyramid schemes. Where are you finding good creator networks? I don't find them, they find me. Yet they've all failed because they don't live up to what I want them to. Why do they get paid for having people in the agency? That I would love to answer, but I've got no idea. I did think about creating an agency myself, but then I thought that's even more work on my behalf and I can't be asked. I've got to run my own business, sort out my clients. I don't really want to be sorting out agency problems, I'm not going to lie. And I'm not going to lie, most of the people who own the agencies don't have a life themselves, so they do it to make themselves have a life. One of them actually did have a life. They were lovely, loved them. But all the other agencies I've done, they have either don't want to work, so they're on universal credit, and they literally don't want to do anything, so they do the agency to make it look like they're doing something, or they just can't be asked to do anything, and they just sit at home on nothing. So that's my experience with every agency so far. It is a lot of work to own an agency, and I don't have the time. Is AJ's mum happy to learn about you? Let's see. Yes. There were the old agency I was in before I left, because they were absolutely knobs. The leader, so I snitched on my agency, which actually could cost them over £5,000. I snitched them to the top, and he offered me a place. He offered me a place in the agency, because there's another tarot reader in the agency, and I said I'll think about it. The agency you're with won't let you leave. They can't do that. They have to let you leave. You can report them to TikTok. Okay, my darling. I've left many agencies. I've literally just gone, I'm gone. And they've tried, one of them tried to get me to stay, and I said, the only way I'm going to stay is if you give me 16 TikTok universes. And bearing in mind, a TikTok universe is around about 500. So let's do the maths here. Oh, so yeah, around about £8,000. So yeah, £8,000. And I said, that's the only way you're going to get me to keep staying at agency. And they said, we're not going to do that. And I went, well, I'm not staying in the agency. Simple as. When will he block Vivor? That will be in about a month to a month and a half, my darling. Okay? Oh, thank you. But no, that's my favourite thing to do. Is I give them such a high bar to keep me. Thank you for the bless yous. You keep eating so much. I ate so much I can't fit in my £100 shirt. Think how I feel after that. So I'm losing weight now. He says as he's about to have a McDonald's, a tea, and a buffet lunch tomorrow. Oh, will your TikTok account get banned? Have you been a dumbo? Have you been dumb? Have you been a troll? If not, then no. Is Viv still going? Is Viv still doing voodoo on UNH? Let's see. Yes. You had Mackie D's for breakfast and fell asleep till 2:30. Why? I've been told by another reader that one day I will be very rich. Do you think it's true? I normally hate doing readings that other readers have done for people, but why not? Let's see. Yes. I do think it's true because she got the lovely strength card. So I would say yes. Is it working or are we protected? You're not protected, my darling, so I would say yes, it is working. If you want, I can do protection spells for you, protection rituals. If you do want them, just message me if you do. Okay. Will you pass your final exam that you have done recently? Yes. Thank you, Ollie. Can you send me the code, please? On Ghost. Oh, you sent the and sent questions, Ghost up. Can you send me the code on WhatsApp, please? Thank you. Thank you. And the postcode of the location, please. Thanks. Love ya. What's a protection ritual? So, if you're a dumbass like my friend Dolly that just went into a voodoo museum without any protection, basically, I get my crystal ball, write runes on it, do some other things. I don't say much because it's my rituals. I don't want people to know. And then I do the ritual, the curse, hex, whatever you want me to do, and then it's done. The only curse I don't do is a death curse. Yeah. So all my rituals are £15, all of them. See, much as I charge is £15. I can actually read you a review. He says drunkenly. I can read you a review of a ritual that I did recently. So, dear Jamie, I wanted to express my deepest gratitude for you or for your incredible gifts and spell work. As you're aware, I recently made the decision to invest in your money spell for both myself and my inventor boss, with the hopes of accelerating our investment funding and establishing successful partnerships. The results were nothing short of extraordinary. We waited over a year for this, and now everything is changing. Literally 1 week after your spell, a brand new investor came forward and immediately chose to partner with my boss and myself to fund multiple technologies. On top of that, several investors we had been previously engaged with are now moving forwards with renewed energy and taking our technology more seriously. One in particular has even committed to investing this month. Of course, there are more investors on the sidelines, with one as well also expressing his interest to invest when it was stagnant for about a year. You mentioned a deadline of October the 15th, and right on the money. A major investor offering multi-million dollars funding has entered the picture. It feels like this moment is only going to build from here. I wholeheartedly recommend your work, and I will continue to seek your spell work and psychic readings. Thank you again for your powerful support. That is one of my lovely reviews. Could you send it to Mum as well, please? Thank you, Ollie. You could. Thank you. Hello, Kat. How are you, my darling? Yeah, my protection spells are 15. My money spells are 15 as well. Yes or no on Ghost? Yep. If Elle has a bad feeling about how you're feeling, what will she do? That's not a yes or no, Ollie. It's not a yes or no. A yes or no is where is a simple yes or a no, like, is Ollie straight? Yes. Is Ollie obsessed mentally in a bad way? Yes. Does Ollie need help? Yes. Does Ollie need counselling and therapy? Hell yes. Does Ollie need a new form of venting other than a motorbike? Yes. Does Ollie have a good friend named Jamie? Hell yeah. Is Ollie good looking? Yeah, a little bit. See, that's a yes or no, my darling. Here's an oh Jesus. Oh, okay. If you where is she? Jay, if you message me on WhatsApp, my darling, and let me know your details, or send me a message and I'll send you what I need. Okay, thank you for your payment. I'll be done within 72 hours. If you can just send me your details though, like age or year you were born, your star sign, your name and surname, okay, and what you want the spell on, okay, my darling, and then I will do it for you, okay, boo? If you want to know what other details I need, just let me know and I'll tell you, okay? Do not put it in live chat. Just making it very clear. I've had that mistake before. Will you study abroad for college next year? Let's see. Yes. And will Craig reach out to you? Yes. First time doing a spell. Don't you worry, my darling, you won't be disappointed. I haven't disappointed anyone yet. Being the keyword, yet. So Tulipit for now, thank you all so much for your support. I will see y'all in the next one. Oh, we got a Celtic Cross and I'm popping off. Let me just quickly put this closed. There. So thank you for the heart me. Who has sent me a Celtic? Do I have carrot? Do I have carrot, please? Hello, carrot. What would you like your reading on, my darling? Yeah, you can message me, Savannah, about it. I'm so sorry for laughing. I've just never had anyone called carrot before. And it just took me by surprise. Whew, sorry about that. That's very rude of me. I am sorry. I'm trying to keep a straight face now. Can you do a general health and wellness reading? Yes, I can, my darling. Can I ask what your health is at this moment in time, my darling? If you don't mind me asking. It shouldn't be weird, though, my darling. We shouldn't think it's weird in this day and age. Let's see. Okay. Well, what I would say for your finances straight off the bat, my darling, I feel like your finances are doing fine. I don't actually see a negative in them. What I would say is they're only going to go up, my darling. Okay, your finances are only going to go up from now. What I would say here, though, health-wise, is I do see a bit of a negative. I see loved ones trying to help you out, though, my darling. Okay, I feel it's ever so slightly negative through the lung side of things, and I feel through mobility in the knees are going to go a little bit more. Okay. What I would say here as well is I feel like you need to explain to people a little bit more, okay, to get the help that you need. I think that's where the struggle is going to come in, is getting the help. I think once you manage to explain everything, I think it is going to get easier, but I do see your mobility getting easier, okay, my darling, so that's not going to be a bad thing. What I would also say for you as well, my darling, is I don't see any new disabilities coming, but I do see it getting better and easier for you, okay? What I would also say here for you as well, my darling, is I feel things are going to start working out for you in much more of a better process. But what I would say is I feel like you need to relax more and rest more. I don't think you're resting enough, my darling, and this is where you're falling, okay, my darling? But as far as I can say, there is no negative, okay, coming in, okay? You do need to be a lot more upfront, my darling. You're not being upfront enough. Okay, so people don't actually understand how severe you are. Okay. If you want them to understand, you've got to show them more. Okay. Does that all make sense, Boo? You're very welcome. Right, I'm now going to pop off now, guys. I will see you on in the next one. Tulip it for now. Thank you all so much for your support. And I hope that you all have a wonderful rest of your evening, afternoon, or day. Okay, so Tulip it for now, and I'll be back on tomorrow for a donation or free based stream.